Happy New Year, friends! Welcome to 2023. This is our first video of the year, and I'm really excited to kick the year off with just a fun get to know each other video. So today we are just gonna have some coffee and just chat a little bit about us and get to know each other a little bit better. I thought that would be a great way to kick off our brand new year together. A while back, I posted on my Instagram channel just a little questionnaire and just a little fun get to know each other, and I asked all of you to just ask me something and ask me some questions about myself that you would like to know. So that's one of the things we're going to do today, is just go through all of those questions, and I'm going to do my very best to answer them for y'all. If I missed your question, I am really sorry. I actually tried to go through and write down every single question that was asked. So I really hope I didn't miss your question, and if I do, I apologize, but feel free to ask it down in the description box and I will definitely answer all of your questions. One of the first things that I would like to just address and get out of the way before we proceed with our little Q&A is what we would like to do in this new year. I have lots of plans and lots of ideas, but there's a lot of weeks in the year. So if there is something very specific that y'all would like to learn or just see me do here on this channel, please leave your comments in the description box below. I would really appreciate it if you could just take a minute to do that for me so that I can continue creating content that you are going to enjoy. All right, so let's just go ahead and kick this off. I'm just going to be reading these questions from my tablet, and they are not in any specific order, so some of them may actually be repeat questions, but if they are, we'll just skip over those. So the first question is how many children and grandchildren do I have? I have 5 children, 3 of my own and 2 stepsons that I just adore, and we have 4 grandchildren. So my children range in age from 38 to 16. My youngest stepson is just turning 16 just this week, actually. So he's a new 16-year-old. So we just have a couple years left, and then I will be an empty nester after all these years. And our grandchildren range in age from 17 to 9. And y'all did get to meet my 2 twin grandchildren. Last July, they were here visiting us, and so you got to meet them in one of our videos, and they are just so precious. They are just so precious to me. I just adore them. I love my grandkids so much. This next question, I don't even know if I want to answer. How old am I? Well, I will just say this: I am old enough to have a 38-year-old son. So we'll just leave that one at that. Have I always been a homemaker? No, I haven't always been a homemaker. The majority of my time as a mother, I have been able to be at home with my children, which has just been one of the biggest blessings ever. I just feel very blessed that I was able to be home with my children for most of their growing up years. I have had a few jobs outside the home, though. For about 5 years, I actually worked for the Forest Service. I was a wilderness ranger. And that was probably the most exciting job I've ever had outside of being a mother. I really loved those years that I spent working for the Forest Service. It was a seasonal job, so I mostly just worked summers with them, and it was really fun and exciting. I got to spend a lot of time in the wilderness and experience just a lot of nature and really cool things. So, and then for a brief time, I owned a coffee shop. I owned a coffee shop for about 7 years on a college campus in my hometown. So that was a lot of fun. I loved that job. I got to meet so many really neat people. Okay, let's see. Have I always loved to decorate? Yes, I have. I have been decorating since I was a really young girl. I can even remember I went through a phase in my young age, like probably from the age of like 9 to 12, where I wanted my bedroom to actually look like a living room. And my mother, she was so supportive of that. And so she went out and found me a cute tiny little couch and a coffee table that I could put in my bedroom. And I just did my best to decorate my bedroom to look like a living room, and I loved it. It was a ton of fun. But yes, I have always loved to decorate. I always try to make my home a very welcoming, inviting, comfortable place for my family to be. Oh, okay, this is a fun one. How long have Michael and I been together, and how did we meet? Well, the story of how we met is a really long story, and I don't know if I could even sum that one up in a nutshell. But we have known each other for 25 years now, I believe it is. And we've been together as a couple for 10. Why did I decide to start a YouTube channel? Well, that is also a really good question, and that one might be a little hard for me to answer because I think there's multiple answers to that question. But the main reason I started my channel was because I'm, approaching being an empty nester, and I just felt I was just in that phase of my life where I felt like I needed a purpose. And so I feel like starting my YouTube channel really has given me a renewed sense of purpose as a full-time homemaker. But I also love to create. I love all things crafty and creative, and I just thought it would be kind of fun to share that with people. And when I started my channel, I really had no expectations of what would happen or what would become of my channel, or if anybody would even subscribe. But you have subscribed, and I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate you supporting my channel, and I appreciate you very much for being here. Oh goodness, this is a fun question. What is my biggest dream? I would say my biggest dream is to own some land, own a pretty good sized piece of property, and build a couple of tiny houses on the property. Of course, we would build a home for us to live there as well, but I really, really want to build a couple of tiny houses for short-term rentals, like on Airbnb. It's always been a passion of mine, and I would be able to decorate them all in different themes, and I just think it would be so much fun. And it is a dream that might come true sooner than later, actually, because we are in the process of looking for land. Let's see, where are we? Do I ever sell my crafts and DIY projects? Yes, actually I do. I have a website that I always have listed in the description box for y'all, where a lot of my things are for sale. So I'll have that in the box for y'all if you're interested in taking a look at my website. Do I have siblings, and are they as talented as I am? Well, that is actually a really sweet question. Thank you I'm not sure. I didn't actually write down who asked me these questions, but thank you for that. That's very sweet. Yes, I have 2 sisters. They are both younger than myself, and they are both extremely talented. My middle sister, she's a very talented artist. She enjoys painting, and she's also a writer. She writes a lot of very beautiful things. And my little baby sister, she's very talented and crafty, very much like myself. What does Michael do? Well, I want to be respectful of Michael's privacy, so I will just say that he is an IT executive. So we'll just kind of leave that one at that. What do I do for fun besides decorate and craft? That's also a fun question. I really enjoy being outdoors. I enjoy whitewater rafting and kayaking and camping and hiking. I really love to be in the woods or the mountains. It's just it's my place where I love to be, to just kind of decompress and leave the world behind for a couple of days. Okay, let's see. Where are we here? Oh boy, this is an interesting question. What is my biggest fear? Oh my. I'm not actually sure I can answer that one. I would say my biggest fear would probably be losing one of my children before it was their time, I guess. I don't know. That's a tough question to answer. What do I feel like my biggest accomplishment has been? I think I would have to say my children. I think first of all, they're my pride and joy. I'm so proud of each and every one of them and what they have accomplished in their life as adults. So I would like to think that maybe I had a little bit of something to do with just the people that they are as adults. So I would say they are probably my biggest accomplishment. I don't know. That's kind of a hard question to answer too. Moving on with our questions here. This one says, what is my favorite season? Oh my goodness, I love them all. I love all 4 seasons, but if I have to pick just one of them that is my absolute favorites, I would say it's probably the spring. I just love it when everything is coming back to life after a long winter, and I live in the Pacific Northwest, so we do tend to have very long winters here, and we get lots and lots of snow that lingers sometimes clear into April sometimes. So I think spring is my favorite just because our winters are very long, and I love all the brand new life, and I love to work in my yard, and I love gardening. Is it hard work having a YouTube channel? Oh my goodness. I would not say that it's necessarily hard work, because for me anyway, I imagine for some YouTubers, depending on what their channel is all about, that it is a lot of hard work, and and I know that a lot of people out there, YouTube is their full-time job. For me, being a homemaker is my full-time job, and it will always be my priority. But so I would say YouTube is not necessarily hard work for me, because I am such a creative person. I love all the aspects of having a YouTube channel and creating videos. I really love the editing process. I think it's just fun. It challenges me in a different creative way. The hardest part for me probably about having a YouTube channel is creating all the like my intros and my outros and just the talking parts. Like what we're doing today, this is a little bit difficult for me just because I do tend to be very camera shy. And I always feel like you guys don't want to really listen to me ramble on and on and on and on. But with that said, I did think it would be kind of fun to just get to know each other a little bit. So that's why I decided to do this particular video. Okay, let's see. This question says, what do I like best about having a YouTube channel? That's a good question too. I think what I like best about the YouTube channel is all of you. You are all so sweet and so kind, and you continue to encourage me each week, and to just keep moving forward and to keep creating videos for y'all. So I think that's probably what I like the best. And like I said before, I really do like the editing part of making videos. Does Michael enjoy making all the things for me? I should get him in here to answer that question himself for y'all, but I'm going to just go out on a limb and say yes. I think he does really enjoy making things for me. At least he tells me he does, and I feel really blessed to have Michael supporting me and to have him, he's always there to encourage me and push me forward. And we do love to DIY and craft together. How does Michael feel about me having a YouTube channel? Oh boy, maybe I should have had him in here to answer a couple of these questions. I think he's, I don't know. That's a tough question for me to answer. I can't really speak for him, but he is very, very supportive, and he is continuously encouraging me to, keep making content and keep putting content out for y'all. All right, and the very last question here is, what is my favorite type of crafting? That is a very easy question for me to answer, I think, because even though we don't do very much of it on here, we will be doing a little bit more, but yarn craft is my favorite. I love to crochet. I love everything about crocheting. I've been crocheting since I was a very young girl. I learned to crochet when I was 9, and I love it. I crochet a lot. It's it's what I spend a lot of my spare time doing, especially in the winter months, because like I said, winters are long here. So I do tend to spend a lot of my winter months crocheting, and we are going to be doing a little bit more crocheting here on this channel because some of you have specifically asked for that. So actually in January, or in this month, I have several crochet videos coming up. We're just going to do a couple of beginner crochet tutorial type videos. Alrighty guys, well that was all the questions that I had, and so if there is something else that you would like to know that we didn't cover today, please feel free to leave it in the comments below for me. And if you guys are willing, I would love to know something about you. So just take a few minutes if you're willing and tell me something about you, about yourself in the comments below. I really love getting to know y'all, and I think it's important. I think it's important for us to be real with each other, and just for me to give you insight into who I am and why I am here. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Next week we are going to jump into taking all of my Christmas decor down. I'm a little bit sad about that because I have really enjoyed the Christmas decor, and the Christmas season was so magical this year. But we're going to be taking that down and doing some winter decorating. So I will see you all next week. Until then, y'all take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.